another video for Heroes of Order and Chaos, and today I'm gonna bring you the end game build for Deadly Doll. You guessed it, Carlie DQ. So Carlie is a crazy true support. That's what I love about her. She is actually a true support to her name and can do a pretty good amount of mage damage. The first thing I want you to think about when we get into this build is speed, speed, speed. Carlie is not that good unless she has speed. Speed, speed. So, the first thing I love getting with her is Squire's Wisdom because she is a magical support tank in a way. She's a magical support tank, basically a bruiser for mages, which is good. So after I buy 2 Squire's Patience, I buy some Boots of Haste. And the reason is because we want that speed as early as possible. After we buy the Boots of Haste, I buy an Acolyte Staff if I have the money, just to keep that magical damage going and a lot easier for me to get the creeps and stuff. Now, if I'm laning by myself, I typically go with the Leviathan Cloak because it helps me kill the creeps a little bit easier in lane. But if I'm laning with somebody, I go with Staff of Vigor because of the extra HP. But either way, these are my first 2 items. So I buy the Leviathan Cloak. After that, I buy the Staff of Vigor because of the HP and the penetration. As you can see, they both penetrate and pierce through magical defense, which is awesome. Now, after I get these 2 items, I want to go ahead and level them up into the Lollipop, and the reason we get the Lollipop is because of its passive. Look at the 10% movement speed. This is gonna definitely help Carlie Q get in there and land those first and second skills. This is why we want them. Now after that, I typically upgrade my boots. Now there's 3 types of boots I get, but there you can choose from 4, and I usually go chain boots because the snare the effects are down by 30%, which is really good for her. Plus I get an extra 150 HP. But I've been known to buy Boots of Tempest to make her even faster, as well as some Firewalkers that give a little bit more attack damage. And the boots that I usually never buy are Bard. But typically it's these 2 right here that I buy from. So we're going to go ahead and get some chain boots just to make me a little bit more tanky. After this, we want to worry about defense with Carlie, especially if we're against a lot of fighters. But the first defensive item is the Cloak of Dragon's Blood. The reason I buy this cloak, extra 400 HP, no brainer. Yes, we want it. Now if I'm having trouble with mages, of course, I am not going to buy some Raven's Mail, but just for this, I'm going to buy some Raven's Mail because we always have trouble more against fighters than we do mages, but you understand my point. After I get to this part, either I will maximize my HP or go more damage, and I typically go more damage, I've noticed, and the best way to maximize my magical damage is an Enchanter's Ring. So we go ahead and get that 84 magical tech with the Enchanter's Ring. This makes Carlie's first and second skills pretty much unstoppable with the speed you have. After this, I want to go ahead and maximize my HP unless I'm having trouble with a mage. And if I'm having trouble with that mage, I'll go ahead and sell one of these items and buy, and I'll go ahead and show you. I'll go ahead and buy some magical defense, such as a Calming Cloak, but that's it. After I do that, I'm going to go ahead and level up the Steering Souls of Dragons all the way. Since I got defense and HP now, I can finish off maximizing my overall magical attack and pierce, and that's where I come in with the Searing Orb. Now some people I was talking to over the week said that Carlie has a trouble with mana issues a little bit, and if you believe that, I really have not had a lot of trouble with mana issues with Carlie Q. But if you do, you can go the Bone Flame Wand. This is good just to give you a little bit more MP regen. But later game, it's really not necessary. So we'll go ahead and buy that Searing Orb. This is good for her. After that, we're going to either get a couple of different items here. If you want to go ahead and buy the Spider Queen, get a little extra magical attack, plus the passive is really good against Arya, Elf, anyone with fast attack speed. I really enjoy this item. Or you can go the Hades. I typically go the Spider Queen because I like the little bit of extra magical attack that I get. And we wanted to finish off with an item that kind of supports our team in a way. And we will go ahead and level up to the Sacred Spirit. This is good. You can go one or two ways with this if you're having a lot of trouble with mages. Of course, you will buy the Valkyrian robe, but usually I buy the Dovine Shield because it increases her attack speed as well as the magical defense, and the active is amazing, of course. Now, you don't have to get the Dovine Shield. I just like the attack speed because she is more of a one-hit yo-yo hero, which is kind of funny. But you can also switch it out for something else that I like using called the Essence of Level. This is more for 1v1 in lane, gives her a little bit more extra attack, and plus it reduces that CD skill again of her first skill by 1.5 seconds, which is very good. So guys and gals, please tell me what you thought about this build. Right after this, I'll do the recommended tablets, and talents will be down in the description. So thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you out in the Battle of Herod. We're out. Hey guys and gals, I quickly want to go over some tablets that I suggest for the Deadly Doll, Carlie Q, and of course I really like using, let's talk about inscriptions first. I really like using Pierce Through Magical Defense inscriptions as well as HP. It's good for in the beginning game. You can also switch that off a little bit. Yeah, like I said, if you want MP regen, you can do that. I don't believe in it. But also you can use Leech HP, which is good as well. So let's start talking about these talents. I usually always have the Tablet Assistance. I really recommend this one because Carlie Q is good at coming in and boarding into somebody and saving them in a way. And that save is very efficient. Very efficient. So when you port in and save them, she has those two skills that are good at protecting them. That's why I like the Tablet Assistance. Also, early game, if you have trouble with her farming or whatnot, the Protective Tablet is very good. Especially it goes well with her third skill, Shield. As you get to 20%, your shield's going to come up. Right after that, you can get an extra 2 seconds of shield if you throw your yo-yo around. Also, since as you looked at the build that I just did, I really like using the this Elder Tablet because even though we're not doing a whole bunch of damage, we're doing right at 170 per normal hit of damage. This is a good bit of defense for it, but you can also switch this out. But typically I keep the Elder Tablet because a little bit of physical defense goes a long way. Now a couple other tablets I do recommend because she usually stays in the middle of a team fight is the Courage Tablet because she can be stunned or silenced. It's very good for the next 5 seconds to reduce that direct damage to her. Plus, she's usually attacked. People think she's not as tanky as she is. And the build I just showed does you save about 3,500 damage or 3,500 HP plus a lot of defense. So she's usually pretty tanky. Also, I don't believe I have it on right now. Let me check. I usually switch them all in and out, but unfortunately I don't have it on right now. You can use the Tablet of Bloodlust, not Bloodlust, Blood Freeze. This is an okay tablet with her. I don't highly recommend it, but I've seen some amazing saves with this, especially with Carlie Q. And the Tablet of Soul Eating. This is very efficient, especially in Rift, because usually she's in a team fight where there are a lot of creeps, and that reduces that extra 3 seconds of reduction in damage. It's very good putting her in the middle of the team fight. So guys and gals, tell me what you thought about this build. As always, the recommended talents will be down in the description below. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I will see you out in the Battle of Herodon. Destroyer out.